Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, June 8th. This is Coffee Sessions number 320 for those of you who are keeping track. I'm not, but somebody might be. Gonna be a good day, I think. I mean, they're all good, just some better than others, but gonna try to get out and tackle that messy shop. I got my pictures queued up. I'll show you here in a little bit. But before I do that, let's take a look and see who we got hanging out with us. I see we got 4 thumbs up over there on the tubes. If y'all are watching over there, hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate it. Give me that warm and fuzzy feeling. Let's see who we got. We got Mr. LB Sharp is in the house. Good morning. Larry Galt is in the house. More friggin' rain, he says. Yeah, it's well, we need the rain here, so I'm not going to complain. Although it's not really raining, it just looks like it's going to. And of course, we got like 83% humidity or something like that. So, but I'm hoping we'll get some rain. It won't affect what I'm wanting to try to do today. So, bring it on. Thomas Grimm's in the house. Says hi from Austin. Good morning, Thomas. Troy Pritchard's in the house. Happy Tuesday to you. Oh, we doubled our thumbs up just like that. All right, good deal. Appreciate it, folks. George Rothfuss is in the house. He says hot, humid and hot from southeast Michigan. Yep. Good morning, George. Steve in Toronto. Good morning, sir. My favorite solar man right here, Mr. Ryan Ballard. How you doing this morning, Ryan? Kevin Ells is in the house. Good morning, sir. Here's my old buddy Janet. How you doing, Janet? Good to see you over on the Facebooks. You are I was going to say you're the lone person on Facebook, but you're not. We got 1 like on Facebook from Mr. Jim Jones, I guess. Let's see. George says, weatherman is funny. Quote, it's going to rain, just don't know where. Yeah. Jesse's in the house. How you doing, Jesse? Hope you had a good birthday the other day. Let's see, Paul Stewart's here. Good morning, Paul. We got Mr. Hitch Hamilton in the house this morning. He says, good morning, everybody, from sunny Southwest Florida. Hope all is well from Southwest Florida down there. Mr. Rusty Taylor's in the house. Says, finally got a venue for the fest. And Rusty, and no doubt talking about the 2021 Georgia, is it still international? Georgia International Cigar Box Guitar Festival. That's a mouthful to say, but well, tell us all about it, Rusty, in the comments here, and I'll highlight him here. Mark Bixel's in the house. Good morning, sir. Clyde CNC. Good morning, Clyde. There's that Jim Jones guy. Grabbed today by the short and curlies. There you go. Yeah, buddy. Mr. Bob Sims is with us this morning. Jan's got a good idea here. She's talking about me cleaning my shop. Tie the heavy stuff to Jack and lead him with a steak. Doggy powered, yeah. He'd probably work for a lot less than a steak. You know, I could just take one of them little milk bone treats and he'd follow me all over the yard for that, probably. Charles Lawrence is here. Says, good day. How you doing, Charles? Neil Cochran's here on Facebook. Morning, Dave and crew. Made it back for another round. Good deal. I don't see. Let's see. I don't see. Who was it? Darren Birds. I don't see him here this morning. But if he does come back and watch later, Darren, if you click on the show more. This is for the people watching over on the tubes here. If you click that show more button, it'll drop down the stuff in the description of the video, and it says Dave. Oh, it's actually wrong because it says Dave's. Oh no, that's right, Dave's Gatton CNC Spreadshirt Merch Shop, and then there's a link to that spreadshirt. I think Darren may have already found it yesterday. I don't know, but he was asking about the Gatton CNC hats, and I don't really push that stuff much, but there it is. If anybody wants to go buy him a Gatton CNC shirt or hat or coffee mug or shop apron. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff over there. Ton of stuff. Let's see. John N is here. Hello, John. How are you? Hope you're doing well this Tuesday. Rusty Taylor's confirmed, says yes, it is this year. So it's going to be the Georgia International, I guess. Going to be at the Hood Street again. That's the what is that place? I'm drawing a blank. It's like a little theater thing where they put on plays and stuff. Pretty good thing. And you're in and out of the heat and stuff. John Ann says, how are you doing, Dave? I'm doing pretty good. Healing up good. My scar right here, I got that big 8-inch scar down there. It's healing up. It's still a little tender and it still hurts if I sneeze, but man, I do everything I can to not sneeze. And I found out the other day if you hiccup too, that'll hurt a little bit. But yeah, life is good, healing up good. Doing very well. M. Cook is here. Good morning, he says, or she says. I don't know who that is, really. It looks like maybe a picture of a CNC something there, so I'm going to guess it's a guy, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm terrible with names anyway. My buddy Doug Sisk is here. Morning, folks. Those are not weeds in my garden. Those are companion plants to keep the vegetables company. Or kind of like a service dog. Are they service plants? Won't hurt a thing, Doug. Share the soil. There's plenty to go around. Mary Mallory's here on Facebook. How you doing, Mary? Good to see you. Jim Jones says, take a break and come to Gatlinburg this weekend. Going to be a banger. That's tempting because I'd love to go see one of those crazy show things. What is it? The beard and mustache things you do. And Jim's he's a player. I'm telling you, he's a player. He's the real deal on that stuff. All right. So tried watching the news a little bit this morning. Oh my gosh. I'm going to tell you something. I don't like to talk politics much, especially these days with everything going on. But I've kind of been thinking about something. It's like since the new administration is in there, there's like all kinds of crazy stuff going on. They canceled the XL pipeline. I think that's what it was called, XL, whatever that pipeline was. Canceled that. Now we got gas prices up about $1 or so a gallon. Probably worse some places. The border, is a mess down there. Let's see what else. I mean, just so many things. I could go on and on. But I'm wondering now if their plan is to come in there and undo everything that the mean tweeting orange guy did and then just totally screw everything up. And then, and then in a little bit, they'll go back and put everything back like it was. And then all of a sudden, everything will be fine again. And then they can run on that in 2024. I don't know. This is something I've been thinking about. That might be a plan. I don't know if they're doing that or not, but who knows? Anyway, enough of that. Going to try to get another video for this Saturday. I've done 2 videos. I hadn't done video in like forever, and then of course the heart attack threw a monkey wrench into all of that mess, so I wasn't able to do anything. But I have done a video the past 2, haven't released the past 2 Saturdays, which is just unheard of for me. So I'll probably try to put together another video. It will not be, though. I can assure you, it will not be a chess piece. I'm sure people are tired of seeing chess pieces spin around on that rotary axis. Although I have had some people tell me that they're buying a rotary axis, and they've been either motivated, inspired, whatever you want to call it, and now they're going to get into it, which it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. But yeah, I won't be, if I put out a video this Saturday, it won't be of a chess piece. It'll be something else. And I've already got a couple other things in mind for that. So let's take a look at my messy shop. Who wants to see my messy shop? Jim says, isn't that the plan every 40 years? Yeah, I think so. I just, like I said, they were talking on the news. And again, I don't want to get started talking on this politics stuff. They were talking on the news. They were talking about, I'm not even going to say her name, our so-called vice president. She hadn't even been down to the border yet. They've been in there, 4 or 5 months now, whatever it's been. And she hadn't been in there to check that out, but she goes to, I guess she went to Guatemala, and I think she's going to Mexico today, to tell everybody, don't come. Don't come, you'll be turned back and stuff. And I'm thinking, wow, that sounds familiar. Who used to say that? Anyway. Just crazy stuff. I don't even like to think. That's why I want to get my shop cleaned up, so I can get out there and be in my own little world in my shop and tune everything else out. It's just dadgum crazy, I'm telling you. Man, we're up to 11 thumbs up, but you guys are awesome. Let's see how many people we got watching. We got 14 over on Facebook. All right, so almost everybody has hit the thumbs up. Almost everybody. All right, let me get these pictures. I got them queued up, I think. I just need to drop this down. And this is, I was saying the other day, I have let my shop get in such a mess. I'm really embarrassed to show these pictures, but you guys won't judge me, will you? Maybe not. Anyway, I'm going to show these pictures. And again, my shop around back is I mentioned this the other day, it's a 12 by 28 building. Basically, they bring it on a flatbed truck and set it down, level it up. And then I came in and ran, wire and stuff. My buddy Jim put the box out there for the power, insulated it and stuff. And it's a good little shop, but it's long and narrow. So the other day when I went out there, and I'm thinking, man, what a cluster out here. I've got stuff every which way. But I'm standing in the just past center of it, and shooting at the south end and the north end. And I guess I'll show you the, let me see, which end am I on here? No, that's the wrong way. Okay, so here I am. This is this is the messy shop. This is looking at the south end because my building runs pretty much north and south. And um, here you can see that there's no windows on the back here. You know, again, it's about 12 foot wide by 28 long. No windows on this back side here. There's a window here, and then there's another window just like this one on the other end. And then there's a 4-foot door. If you look right here, you can kind of see where the sun or some lights coming in on that board right there. And so there's a 4-foot door here, and then you'll see some double doors on the other end. Well, yeah, I mean, just take a look. I mean, here's that leaf shredder. I've just thrown it in here. I got junk piled up here. I got a GarageWorks CNC back here and you can see it's that flat surface has acquired a lot of junk sitting on it. I've had here's a box of something that's fell over and dumped out. Boards leaning up everywhere. Just a dadgum mess is what it is. And then if I hit to go to look at the other view, and again, I'm standing, you can see the door is just right here, that 4-foot door. So if I come over here, this is now backed up, you know, just behind the door, shooting the other way at the north end. And again, you can see here's my, there's that shredder. There's my table saw. It's got a bunch of crap on it. Here's a little workbench thing where I used to, see, here's my lathe tucked away over here in the corner. And I used to have my lathe over here under these lights. You can see my lathe tools are up on the wall there. I even have this little wooden makeshift camera mount where I could, when I was shooting videos, it would shoot down and be right above the lathe. So you get a good overhead view of that. And then when I started building some of those cigar box guitar things, I built this bench and moved it over here and moved this over here. And now I want to switch it back. So this workbench thing, and you can't see it really, but it's on casters. So it really won't be a problem to move. This drill press table. It's on casters. This is my homemade drum sander that I made from parts out of an old treadmill. It works great, but you don't lose any weight when you use it. So, and I don't know why, but I didn't put casters on there, and that's unusual because almost everything I build, I put on casters. And then again, I built this stand for the lathe, and it is not on casters, but I wanted it to be good. So it's a good solid stand. But anyway, so that's what I'm up against. I've got, like I said, here's some dog beds that are thrown on top of this. This is that big wooden box. It's just a big box that I built to put the baby chicks in when I brood them. And of course, I never did get them because I don't know why. Something just told me not to get them. And then, of course, I had the heart attack. So I'm so glad that I didn't, because then that would have been something else to fool with. But like I said, here's that shredder. Here's this little thing down here is that little rototiller thing. Somewhere in here, there's that chipper shredder. So I got all this stuff I've got to move and get everything straightened up again. So there you have it. Those are the before pictures. Yeah, it's just such a mess, and yeah, I got a pretty decent patch. Just needs to be, yeah. There's really a lot of room in there if I get the stuff out of there that doesn't need to be in there. There's really a lot of room. You know, it's different. It's way different than my garage, because my garage is about 20 by 22. So that's what, 400 and something square feet. This, I think, at 12 by 28 is 332 or something like that. I can't remember what the math is. But anyway, if you get it organized, it's really lots of room to work in. And I used to keep those double, let me turn this back on here. I used to keep these double doors clear where I'd bring, because if these doors were open, you could see that my side of the house is right over here, and I can back my truck in and unload materials right here. But it has got a little bit crowded with some of the stuff I've built, which I don't really need. But I'm probably gonna take some of that stuff apart. I'll get it all figured out. But it's frustrating for me because now I want to get back out there and piddle around, but I still got to be careful and just can't go crazy lifting stuff. So, and some of that stuff's kind of heavy. My table saw there, it has one of those deals where you stand on the paling and it pops up and it's on casters and it rolls super easy. So even though it's a bear, it's really heavy. Yeah. Let me get caught up on stuff here. I think I may have. Must have been a big truck to haul a 12 by 28 somewhere. And maybe I'll round them up and show you here on the coffee sessions. But somewhere on Facebook, I think it was, I want to say February of 2013 is when my building was delivered. And I took a bunch of pictures, but they brought it with, I think it was on a trailer, a special equipped trailer that had hydraulic stuff and would tilt up and all that. But it was really cool to watch them position that thing because one, they had a kind of a tight area to get it in. And then they had this little kind of like lift thing that's got these big tires so it doesn't tear up your yard and stuff. And they go up under one end and they pick it up. And then they have these little big wheel things that they can stick on them and then set it back down. And then they take that thing, go around to the other end, and they can drive it like that, kind of back it in. And it was funny because when I bought this, the sales lady, they always like to come by your house to make sure they can put it where you want it. So she came, like a week before it was delivered, and I showed her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, they can get it in there." And of course, the guys that actually have to do it, they're like, "Holy crap, how are we going to get this thing?" But they did. They got it right where I wanted it. So I think I missed something else here. Good morning, Charles. Charles, wasn't today your birthday? Everybody say happy birthday, Charles. I think it was his birthday. I think that's why I said happy birthday this morning too on Facebook. Janet Moore says, did your buddy Jim make a complete recovery from his illness last year? Yes, he did. And we were actually, when we go to lunch, we compare hospital stories now because he was at the same place I was. He was at Piedmont, Atlanta. Of course, he didn't have a heart attack and he didn't have the Rona, but he had real bad case of pneumonia and some other stuff. But yeah, but we were having lunch one day at the Mexican restaurant down there and talking about, comparing our experiences and stuff. And of course, I'm the winner because I was in there 11 days and he was only in there 9 days. So I had more time there than he did. All right, Dave Mack is here. Let's see what else. Those catch-alls will make high mountains of stuff. Yeah, any flat surface is a bad thing for me. because I've got 3 CNCs out in my garage, and I guarantee you probably the 2 that I'm not using right now have stuff sitting on them. I guarantee you. They're just like a flat surface. Let me set this down right here. I'll move it later. And then, of course, whenever I get ready to use them, I have to say, okay, which one's empty? Which one can I pile this stuff on? Bill Larson's here. Good morning, Bill. Doug says, I need an upright panel saw. It takes up less room. I don't really like those things. I mean, they're great if you're doing lots of sheet goods, plywood and stuff, but you can't beat it just a regular old table saw. Like if you were going to try to use a wedgie sled on a panel saw to cut, the little angled segmented things for doing segmented turning, you could probably never do it with a panel saw. Flat surface, temporary storage. Yep. The only thing that makes me feel good is I know I am not the only person that has that problem, because I see, people doing videos, and it's all about the camera angles. They try to keep their messy stuff out of the shot, but sometimes they slip up, and you go, aha, yeah, there's your table saw back there with a bunch of crap on it. And Wilson Rubottom is here this morning. Good morning, Wilson. George says, at least I have a path. Yeah, I can still squeeze through and get around that stuff. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. I scrolled. I missed some. Oh, here it is. M. Cook says, Monroe Cook, that is a 4x4 CNC, was looking at your Gatton, but COVID came, messed everything up. May still check on it if I decide on a second CNC. Okay. Yeah, so in his little picture there, 4x4 CNC. Cool. Good deal. I'll try to remember that your first name's Monroe, but don't count on it. I'm pretty bad with names. Thomas says, that's not bad. I was expecting a mess. Well, that's pretty big mess. And plus, you can't really see the layers of sawdust that's on everything, either from my router or my table saw. It's pretty bad, but I'm going to try to work on it today. Bob Sims says, Dave, do you sell plans for your Gatton CNC for those not in the USA? I do not sell a plans only thing. I tried that in the very beginning, and within about 2 weeks, people were trying to pirate the plans. And, once that stuff gets out, it's out. So I don't do that. But what I do offer is anybody that's not in the USA, they can use one of those shipping forwarders. And, they got to set it up, because I don't do it. But in fact, I think I have a link to one on my website. But you can use a shipping forwarder where I ship it. You basically, you would order my kit, and then you would also, because on the plans, I spec out all the other stuff. And a lot of us, you can get in the US, because that's basically who I built, designed all this for. So you could order all that stuff, have it sent to your shipping forwarder, and then they would package it all up and ship it to wherever you want. I've had a few people do that, but it's kind of expensive, and that's another reason why I don't like shipping out. I do ship to Canada, because Canada's not, they don't have to fly across an ocean to get to Canada. So, hey, there's my buddy Juan Lopez. Says, Dave, it works. So just dropping by to say hi. Hope all is well. Good to see you on again. Good to see you, Juan. I'm digging your, what is that, a Harley I think you got here recently. So just be careful on that thing, man. I'm not a motorcycle guy myself, but all right, we got a bunch of birthday wishes for Charles. That shed looks like the inside of my house. Did I mention I'm single? Well, you haven't seen the inside. Well, you can kind of get an idea back here with all the clutter and stuff back here. But yeah, there's a lot of rooms in my house that probably don't look much better than that picture in my shop. But I'll try to make sure nobody sees those. Okay, Janet says, don't feel bad, Dave. Flat surfaces stand no chance here either. See, I know other people have that same thing. So that's why I don't worry about it too much. I always kind of wonder sometimes, when you see these woodworkers and stuff, and they have shops that just look freaking immaculate, and I'm like, I don't know about that. That's why I like going over to my buddy Jim's shop. He lives around the corner, and when I get his is bigger than mine, but it's just as messy. He'll have stuff sitting on his table saw, and I'm like, I love coming over here because it makes me feel good. I'm not such a slob. So anyway, we got to get out of here. My timer went off. Please hit the thumbs up on the way out if you're over on YouTube, or you can hit a thumbs up on Facebook, although it don't really count for nothing over there. But I appreciate y'all tuning in to listen to me ramble or whatever you do, drink coffee. I had to get my big coffee sessions thing today so I can get ready for that chore out there. All right, well, everybody have a good one. We will see y'all tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Happy Tuesday, y'all.